Hey guys, how you doing? Kyle Stagall here, aka Trader Dax. If you've seen me somewhere on Twitter or YouTube or something like that, that is my crypto trading alias. So welcome to this short webinar. I'm going to be just taking you guys through a whole heap of stuff just about myself, our trading communities, and the course, which is probably something that you're interested in. That's why you've ended up watching this video. So probably the most important things that I really need to cover, apart from just introducing myself, is well, I mean, the number one thing is you're probably thinking is, why do I need to listen to this guy? Why should I listen to him, let alone need? But and then after that, what is in this course? And then, what are these communities that they're talking about? So first off, I've been trading these markets for about 8+ years now and publicly posting all my trades. So we'll be able to take you guys through a whole heap of different trades that I've posted, that have been going quite well. Major pivot points in the marketplace, which is what everybody tries to achieve, buying the top, buying the bottom, selling the top, and, buying the major pullback points, buying the dip, right? So I'm going to be able to show you guys heaps of different examples of that. And then you can decide from there if you want to learn from me or not. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm pretty transparent and just want to be completely open with you guys. Like, obviously, don't hit every single trade, right? Nobody does. It's all a game of statistics, but we do nail the main ones. So I'm going to take you guys through a whole heap of those. I'm going to take you guys through our communities. Our Facebook group has 36,000 people in it that we've built up over the last 8 years of running that. And then, we've got a few thousand people in our Discord community, which is where all the top traders are. That's our private community. And then I'll just be taking you guys through a bit of the content that we go through the course, and you can decide if this is something you want to get involved in. And, these are the sort of skills that you want to learn, right? So that's just a little bit about myself and a bit of an intro. And, you guys can decide if you want to continue to keep watching the webinar. But if you do, I promise you, I'm going to give you heaps of value, and you'll learn stuff about trading just by watching this webinar, even if you don't decide to do our course. So let's jump in, and I'm going to take you guys through a couple of slides just to help me keep me on track. So this is, just our logos and stuff like that, a little bit of an introduction of, our business, which is Market Masters, and our course is the Market Mastery course. And then our public Facebook group is the Crypto Paradox community. So, what's the reason why we're all here? Most people are clicking through and they wanted to learn about trading, specifically trading cryptos, because they want financial freedom. I'm guessing that's probably the main reason why you're here right now. And realistically, that was why I started trading crypto. I traded crypto because I wanted financial freedom. I wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I think that applies for pretty much everybody. And so, if that's you, and this is definitely the place, you're in the right place. And so you want to pay attention here, because we're going to go through all of that and how, trading crypto, I've managed to achieve that and live a free life, and how you can leverage the skills that we're going to be able to teach you to achieve that as well, right? So realistically, it's all about just not having to work a job, not having a boss that's going to be paying your bills. When you're trading, you decide how much you get paid. It depends on the amount of money you're going to put at risk. It also depends upon the amount of work you're going to put in to learn the skills and, develop yourself. And, if you're the type of person that doesn't want to be paid the same amount of money every single week, and, at quite a low level because you have a boss signing off on that, if you want to create your own destiny, then this is definitely for you, because that's what I'm all about. I don't want somebody else deciding how much I'm worth. I want to decide how much I'm worth and be able to, okay, I want to make some more money to, take my lifestyle to a whole new level, or, buy a better car, or buy a house, something like that, or just go on some epic holidays over through Europe and stuff like that. I can work really hard and create that extra income, to fund whatever it is that I want, right? So if that is what you're after, then pay attention, because this is definitely for you. But pretty much trading is probably the best lifestyle business that you can have. For me, during COVID, I just left Australia, I left the country, and I was traveling all around Europe. I was traveling around America, and I was just working, making really good money, trading from my laptop and traveling around the world, right? And so I think that this is one of the best methods. Definitely, I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to become financially free, you have to invest, guys. You have to get into, if you follow Robert Kiyosaki and his cash flow quadrant, you got to get out of trading time for money and you've got to get across into, having a business that creates a system that creates money for you. Maybe some of you are there right now, but ultimately you want to end up in the I quadrant, and you want to end up being in a position where you are investing money and have your money work for you, right? And so that's what we specialize in. That's what we specialize in teaching people. So you're not stuck working a job or just owning a business where you still are the only person creating that cash flow coming in, and you're stuck having to work, trade your time for money to create money. You want to have a position, being in a position where you're investing your money, you have that money work for you, and it's creating more money for you, right? Our job basically as the market mastery team is to fast track your journey through the trading world. So it doesn't take you 4 to 5 years and have multiple failed accounts and all that sort of stuff to finally work out how to do everything. You're taking the wealth of knowledge of myself and my trading partner, I'm going to introduce you into a second, and we're teaching you all the lessons that we've learned from trading these markets for the last 8 years full time. And hopefully all of those lessons is going to help, leapfrog you guys a little bit, so you don't have to make as many mistakes as us, and it can help you guys grow a lot faster and become profitable traders a lot quicker, and take advantage of, the rest of this market cycle that we're in right now for Bitcoin, because we're in the middle of a bull run. It's not going to last forever. Usually lasts for anywhere from 2 to 2.5 to 3 years, right? We're about a year in. So we've probably got about a year and a half to 2 years left to take advantage of the rest of this bull market, right? So, give you guys the tools to do really well and also sell the top like we all did. I'm going to take you guys through examples of me posting live to all my communities the exact top when Bitcoin topped at 69K on the 10th of November, 2021. We're going to take you guys through all that and break that down to you, the process that I was going through to, to make those decisions at the time, which ultimately is the hardest thing to do in this game, right? So our aim is to fast track you guys through all that, get you in a good position so you can finish well in this cycle, profitable, and then be in a good position to sell at the right time so we can reinvest throughout the bear market and get those positions, so then we can capitalize from the bottom of the bear market to the top of the next market cycle, because that is where ultimately you make the really, really big life-changing money. Like if you want to become a multi-millionaire from trading, realistically, you're not going to do it just from day trading, like little bits all over the place and doing a million trades per day for the next 2 years. You're going to make it by getting in a really good position over the entire market cycle and play that full 4-year cycle, from nailing the accumulation range at the bottom of the market cycle and then getting out somewhere near the top of the cycle. So, we haven't really been in that position for this cycle right now. A lot of us nailed the bottom, and I'm going to take you through examples of my trading partner posting the exact bottom of this market cycle, and everybody was getting into positions just then. So, if you've been in our community for a while, you will be in an amazing position right now for this current market cycle. And I have no doubt that from teaching you guys our skills and everything that we know about trading, macroeconomics, reading and understanding the charts, positioning yourself over a full economic cycle, you will be able to be in the same position that a lot of our community members are in right now. If that sounds like something that's appealing to you, keep watching, right? We've taught over 2,000 students. Some of them done really well. Some of them have given up halfway through. Some of them have, sold at the top of the last market cycle and bought houses with the money that they made, completely changed their life, become multimillionaires. And, some haven't finished even the course, and, they've given up because, for whatever reason, it's too hard, or, they don't believe in themselves enough to see something through, right? At the end of the day, guys, it all comes down to you. We can only give you the tools that we've used to become successful traders. At the end of the day, you have to do the work yourself. So if you're the sort of person that wants to take ownership of their life and wants to work hard and do something that is challenging to reap the benefits that pretty much every single person on the planet wants, like ultimately what we do is we click a few buttons on a screen at the right time and we make ridiculous amounts of money, right? That's the game that we play, to be able to be in the position to click those buttons at the right time. So that's basically the game. But at the end of the day, it comes down to you, right? So basically we have an 18-part webinar series. Basically gives you all the tips and tricks to give you guys an edge on the market that, we've learned from both of us trading these markets since 2017. Ultimately, the most important things that you need to learn is you need to know when the market is ready to change direction. You need to know how to buy the dip properly. and we need to know how to trade against trap funds. The inexperienced traders. So we're not the inexperienced traders that are being taken advantage of by the whales, by the biggest players. So we're going to teach you guys how to do that as well. And we need to also understand the directions the whales are going to take the market in. So that's the accumulation distribution stuff that is really, really important. Understand, especially if you're going to be trading those long-term market cycle moves I was just talking about before, which is ultimately where the big money is made. All right, so just a little bit about myself. I'm Trader Dax, Kyle Stagol. I actually have a bachelor's degree in finance and economics. But to be honest, though, four-year degree at university, didn't really learn a whole heap of stuff, even though, it looks good on the wall and everything like that. And yes, it was very challenging. Probably the thing that I got out of studying at university was I learned how to work really ridiculously hard to achieve a goal, right? But to be honest, everything I learned that applies to trading, I will teach you in our course and a lot more. So I'm a price action style trader, which means that I like to look at the specific candlesticks and what they're doing in reaction to specific levels on the chart. And then higher time frame stuff, I use Wyckoff's theory of accumulation and distribution. I just think that's amazing for high time frame trading, and it's made me so much money over the years. So that's my base foundation of the direction the market's going in and things like that. And then I use our long-term VWAP indicator that we've actually created, and it's an aggregated long-term VWAP, which is important because it actually gives you the right levels, not just the levels that are just from that one exchange. And basically what that is, it amalgamates all the information from all the exchanges all over the world to give you specific moving averages levels, and then we use that to help give us a massive edge over the market for where price might reverse off. And I'm going to give you an example because I nailed a trade the other day and got a whole heap of people in all our communities into this trade right at the pinpoint bottom on the exact day that the market reversed. And I'm going to show you guys how I did that using a long-term VWAP indicator set. So obviously used different psychological elements into my trading as well. I started the Market Mastery course and the Market Masters Discord community. Other great things that I've done in the industry, I guess, long the bottom and publicly posted about that in 2019 at 3.2K for Bitcoin. Nailed the top, and I'll take you guys through that shortly. The examples of my posts and the reasons why I picked the top in November in 2021. And then, being full-time trader basically for 8 years, and obviously the leader of the Crypto Paradox Facebook group that has 36,000 members in it. The other guy you're going to be learning from if you do decide to do our course is Trader Romps, Chris Khan, absolute legend of a bloke, really cool guy. He's been had a massive impact on my trading as well, and really introduced a lot of higher sort of level concepts to me, like long-term VWAP and stuff like that, which has definitely helped improve my trading over the last couple of years. And he actually was a previous student of mine, and then he took everything that we taught him, and over the last 7+ years has sort of taken his trading to another level, and then came back to partner with me for the new Market Mastery 3 course. So he has a robotic rule trading approach. He's a little bit more systematic and more analytical than me, so it's good because we sort of blend both of our styles of thinking together. He's much more of a low time frame scalper type trader, and he uses a lot of the more higher level advanced concepts, and I'm a little bit more basic and higher time frame trader, because at the end of the day, when you're trading higher time frames, you don't need as much complicated analysis as what you do when you're trading on the low time frames. When you're trading on the low time frames, like realistically, you've got no chance if you're not using like a long-term VWAP approach, if you're not using exo charts and market profile theory and stuff like that, which is, order flow and all those sort of things, which are a little bit more high tech and more complicated strategies. That's not for everybody. Most people just want a more basic approach that's more high time frame swing trading type thing, which is where I sort of excel at, which is trading on that 4 hour time frame, trading on that daily time frame, which means you get into positions and then you might hold that position for a couple of weeks, couple of months, and you sort of maximize that full swing of the market rather than being in and out every day, which is more Chris's style. But everybody wants different styles of trading, and that's a whole part of the Market Masters group. Is we've got 4 really amazing traders. We all have slightly different styles, and depending on what the best fit is for you and type of trading you want to become, type of trader that you want to become and type of trading that you want to do, you've got access to all those different styles and within our community, and you can sort of blend in your own style from there. So look, basically, a little bit about our story. The following strategies we're going to take you through took us over 3 years to develop and test in the market. We spent tens of thousands of dollars on university courses, blown accounts to figure out what really works. When we first started, there was no one really to teach us. Nobody was doing courses in 2017 when I started doing this stuff. I literally had to figure out how to do all this stuff by myself, test and measure. And then I was like trying to learn how to trade crypto, off people talking about stock market and people talking about, foreign exchange trading and stuff like that. And it's just not the same, guys. There's so many different elements to crypto trading than those other things, but there are a few basics which did help me on some lower time frame stuff. But look, at the end of the day, if I had the concepts that we teach you in this course, like I would have become a multimillionaire way faster. Okay, so look, at the end of the day, it's never late than never. So first up, the most important thing to become profitable is you have to know when to buy, right? So throughout the course, we're going to teach you guys many concepts on how to spot and buy the bottom and dips of trends, right? One of the easiest ways to spot a bottom is using the relative strength index oscillator, right? Which is called the RSI, right? So we combine that little tool with something which is called a swing failure pattern. And the swing failure pattern is just basically identifying when, the novice traders are panic selling and they're getting caught offside underneath the range lows, right? So let's go in and have a quick look at that. Really nice example that this happened on the high time frames that my trading partner Romps actually nailed this bottom and posted about it publicly in our communities, and a lot of people jumped on this trade as well. But here's an example here, weekly time frame. So this is the RSI down the bottom, giving us our signals, right? So we can see that we've got the pivot point here at A, right? And then we have our bull div signals, which is basically like the buy trigger, right, for us. And then we have the swing failure pattern breaking below the previous range lows here and then coming back above that. So that sort of gives us, the 2 main things we're looking for here to give us a buy the dip signal, right? And that gives us our buy entry trigger, right? So this is Romps posting our Facebook group. So Bitcoins looks like it's prepped for 25,000. He also put up, a much larger post as well, just explaining all the different reasons and, pictures of the charts as well. But we don't need to go through that too much. But basically, here is the trigger, and that was the point where he posted about it. So there's the example of the exact setup, right? And obviously we rallied out of the range low, and that ended up actually becoming the ultimate low for this entire market cycle so far. And that's held as a low for over a year now. So it was just like really basic setup, just looking for that RSI divergence. And then that gives us the trigger once we get the swing failure pattern as well. And then we have that run. So basically what we're looking for here is the highs back in the range high. So we sweep the range low, we have that SFP at range lows along with the RSI divergence, right? And then that swings to take out the range highs. And so that's our target off that trade. But a lot of people took entries through here and then they're still holding those positions today up, hundreds of percent off, a simple post like this. So here's just a couple of examples, just off that one swing, 185% on that swing trade there to take out the previous range high level on the first initial push, okay? So knowing when to buy, it is important to note we don't win them all. The goal is to win more then you lose, right? Very important. No trader wins every trade, guys. Even like some of the best traders in the world have like a 65% strike rate, right? Mine fluctuates close to around 70%. Sometimes it's a little bit lower, sometimes it's a little bit higher. But look, at the end of the day, it's not about winning every single trade. If you can even just have above like a 55% strike rate, but then it's all about your risk management. We go really deep into that because it's about how much you make when you win versus how much you lose when you lose. That's one of the most important things. But we go all into risk management and everything like that in the course. We're not going to cover any of that too much here, but we give you the calculations and everything like that to keep you on track so you're actually growing over time. I think the main reason why most people fail at trading is because they're trying to win too much every time. They're going in and out, 100% in and out of every trade. And, they just sort of shoot themselves in the foot because, they're jumping, okay, they'll have like all their money in one altcoin and then they jump to Bitcoin and then they jump out of Bitcoin and they go into Ethereum, and then they go into Solana and then they go into some random altcoin. Their account is just crazy fluctuating all over the place. They're either doing that or they're using leverage, way too much leverage, and they're not paying attention to how much they're risking. And guys, I will tell you right now, trading is all about how much you risk. Successful trading is about a marathon, not a sprint, and you make small amounts of money and it stacks up over time. Every trade is a little bit more money, a little bit more money, a little bit, take a couple of losses, couple more winners, and you're like slowly building over time. Your equity curve should be a nice smooth line, not going up and down crazy like this all over the place. Because if it is, eventually you're going to blow your entire account and you're going to be back at zero. Trading is the lifeblood of, sorry, I should say, currency is the lifeblood of a trading business, right? So we have to have capital. We have to protect our capital. So that's why risk management is so important. I'm not covering any more information on risk management in here, but it is the second part of our course. And, if you're having issues with blowing accounts and stuff like that, you really need to understand risk management. And yeah, we do a deep dive into that to get you on the straight line. So yeah, it's all about having bigger wins than what your losses are. And then on top of that, guys, most people don't know when to exit a trade, right? You need to know when to take profit and also when to cut those losers as well. But we're going to quickly jump in and show you when, how to actually sell and give you guys a few examples of knowing when to sell. So most traders don't know when to sell. They just buy and hope keeps going up forever. Then when there's a crash, they panic sell their coins before the market moves back up for the next swing high, right? And so they just constantly in this like buy here, the market starts to pump, and then, they're like super excited, just loving life, telling all their friends they should be buying in. Then their friends buy in, then it crashes, they freak out, it's back to their break even price or even lower. They take a small loss or break even, and then it takes off again and pushes, right? See, it's happening all the time. So you need to understand what the triggers are to sell for your small swing trades, and then also what the triggers are to sell for the high time frame swing trades, for the entire cycle, right? So here's just examples of me posting in our Facebook community, which was pretty much the exact top of Bitcoin, right? These are literally posts I put into the Facebook community and just saying, look, not going to lie, guys, this looks like absolutely atrocious at the moment. It looks so bad. I'm going to say if we close like this, it's a potential top. Update, I'm reducing exposure because I put a few posts up before this as well. I'm reducing exposure to positions that I took at 40 and 45K. I don't like the look of the daily, the weekly, and the 1 hour looks like distribution, which is what this is. So when I was talking about wick off theory before in my trading style, that's a big part of it. So distribution is basically when you can tell what the whales are doing when they're actually offloading their coins to the rest of the market when they're super excited. And usually in that euphoric state, which is when most people are actually buying the top for the first time, and the whales with the guys with the big money, they're actually unloading into those people at the top, and that's what creates the top. We call that distribution. So this is distribution schematic here, and we go deep into that into the course, and I explain how I managed to, pick the top, which these are examples of the posts, because I believe, if you can actually trade these markets, you probably have some proof. So here's proof. We showed you Chris nailing the bottom of the this current market cycle. Here's me telling everybody to sell the top pretty much exactly when the market was above 65K. Okay. And then here's some more examples here of me just calling the top on Ethereum. So the last slide we were looking at, that was calling the top on Bitcoin, if you're not familiar with the chart. And this is me calling the top on Ethereum, which happened a few days later, actually. And these are just all the different posts. ETH looks like potential top here with a shooting star setup. Shooting star reversal is one of the main price action triggers that we look for entries and exits. So that's an exit trigger. Lower time frame, we have a trend break waiting to happen. Daily is telling us that sellers are in control of the market right now. So there are a whole heap of different things. I sort of explain those, and then we can see that Ethereum breaks the trend support line and had a really big dump that day. And that ended up being the actual top of the market for Ethereum for that cycle. So if you don't believe me, go and have a look. That was November the 16th. Right, we can get my charts up now and go and have a quick look. So this is my Ethereum chart. Okay, so 2021, this is the day here. So there you go. If you look down the bottom of the chart there, you can see that it says Tuesday, the 16th of November, 2021. And so this is the trend line here that we were looking for it to break. We had that big dump off, and that ended up being the top, right? So there were a whole heap of different reasons why I was looking for this to be the top on Ethereum and then also Bitcoin before that. It wasn't just the factors that I listed here. And, we can go through these quickly. So I put out the current sell signal. So we've got a daily bear div, daily shooting star reversal, weekly swing failure pattern, rejection key fib levels, 1 hour distribution pattern, which is a UTAD, which is basically this thing happening here. And then I said, we're getting late in the 60-day cycle, something else I teach you guys about in the course. Low time frame bears winning all the closes is something I also teach you guys, and I think is important to understand what's happening on the low time frames, then rolls over and then affects the higher time frames. And then also everyone and his dog is becoming crypto expert, right? So that was sort of giving, a little bit of insight about just the state of the market and the psychology and how much attention, the market is getting in general. I look into the psychology of what all the traders are doing, and I tell you guys all the things that I look at and how I sort of read the psychology of the market and the Facebook communities and everything like that to sort of get a gauge on what emotional state the traders of the market are in. And we look to see when we're in a euphoric state, because that's usually a big signal that the market is about to top out. When everybody starts to buy, that's usually when, the market is getting close to topping out. So I explain how to read that and understand all of that stuff throughout the course, right? So really important things on knowing when to sell that I take you guys through. So top signals, right? Key trend support break, high time frame swing failure patterns, right? Swing failure pattern is probably like the number one thing that I look for an entry trigger. If it's a long or for a buy trigger or for a sell trigger, right? A change of the basic trend, which is really important. Something else I teach as well in the basic section of the course. Market structure breaks, timing and seasonality of the cycle, economic and monetary policy shifts is really important. I do a full section on the course, goes for about 3 hours. It's just me ranty about macroeconomics and all the things you need to be looking for and how to understand what Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve are doing and how to read those changes in monetary policy and how that flows on down through the rest of the economy and makes massive changes in every area of people's lives, and how that then affects what's going on in the charts and how traders will actually position themselves in response to the monetary policy changes from the federal government and the Federal Reserve. Okay. Things like identifying distribution, which is our Wyckoff theory understanding. Then obviously things like Fibonacci extensions and targets, using macro fibs, which is something that I don't really see anybody else in the entire crypto trading space do, but we used that to nail a lot of really key positions, entries and exits throughout the last market cycle, and also gave us a really good trigger for top selling as well. And then understanding who's in control of the market on those lower time frames as well. All right. A little bit of a spoiler alert from the marketing team. So basically, stay to the end and I'll show you how to get our in-house software that marks exact buy and sell points in the market. Because we do have a system now that sets up and gives you guys alerts. It pops up literally in your phone, and we'll give you guys basically a little trigger to start paying attention. All right, which brings us to step four. So, apart from all that stuff, right? Proving to you guys we actually can trade and have made, a lot of amazing different calls over the years and nailed the bottom, nailed the top, right? And there's a lot more in between. Like I said, we don't win every trade. We do get the major pivot points all the time. Okay, so the next part is the community, right? We actually have an amazing community of really high level traders that have been crushing in for these markets for years, and they are always willing to help and support others. And people, I think, naturally love to teach other people things that they're good at, and we have an amazing community of people who have done really well. And love to teach people and help people out. So I'm just going to bring up now just our Discord community. I mean, if you want to jump in, uh, our group, you can jump in. The tag, we have the /Bitcoin connection for Discord if you want to check that out. So you can just go and type in www.discord.gg/Bitcoin, and then it will come up with an invite to our server. You can come in here and have a look at all the testimonials that are in here from all of different students and people who've been a part of our community for years and years and years. And you can have a read and see what they have to say. But I'm just going to jump into the main area of the community, which is this main chat section. And this is just a bunch of like really high level traders. A lot of these guys have been in this community for, some of them 7 years, some of them are even longer, and they're just talking about markets, posting charts, talking about what they're thinking, their different ideas, what they're saying. And you can literally jump in here as somebody who's a novice or somebody who's also quite an experienced trader that wants to be around other people who are also operating and playing this game on a high level, and just feed off them, get ideas, share your thoughts on the market, and they'll let you know, if you're looking at the wrong things or if you're looking at the right things, and bouncing off each other. I think that's the coolest part of what we do. So yeah, if you're looking for a community of people who actually know what they're doing, and this is the right place to be, because I do see there's so many of these different communities around, and unfortunately a lot of people pretend to be like a fake guru and just leading people to the slaughter. But as you're going to see, I'm going to give you more examples of us nailing key position swing points and bottoms and stuff like that. Here's a trade I posted up the other day for one of the guys because we were talking about Ondo, and it's been outperforming the market. Well, pretty much everything else has just been going flatline sideways. So I post all my trades, everything I'm thinking, ideas, different analysis that I'm looking at. Like here, we're looking and just analyzing what the BlackRock ETFs are doing, because they're starting to pick back up, and we're starting to see those flows come back into it. So I post about all those things as well. I make like little videos for Instagram and stuff like that, and I post them in here as well for the guys to check out. And then there's a section in here for people to ask me questions if they want to talk directly to me. And then I'll jump in and answer those. Then we have Romp's channel. So Romp's is my key trading partner that is a part of the Market Mastery course. So you'll learn a lot from him as well. Then we have Critty, who's, he's a really great trader as well. He's like the main admin of our Discord community as well. He posts all his ideas in here also. Then we have Crony, who's, one of my students from 2018. And, this guy's absolutely been crushing it for a long time. He's just an OG of the group, and he's such a good trader. We gave him his own channel to post in as well. Then we have our airdrops channel, which is a really good community in here as well, of just guys that are always out hunting for airdrops, playing that sort of DeFi space, and finding just different ways to make money in this market. Because, it's not only from trading you can make money in these markets, but things like airdrops and stuff like that, and staking, those guys are all over that sort of stuff. And then for the rest of the community, it's just like, we have our live streams channel and stuff like that, channels for like our Bali getaways and stuff. Then we have our indicators section. If you want to learn more about that, we have a whole heap of free indicators as well. And so we have a list of all of those 9 different indicators that our main developer, Slimey's, put together for everybody. Then we have our premium indicators section as well, and the videos here on how to use those. And we just have a whole heap of just educational stuff down the bottom through here that, this is just massive value here in itself that you can just go through and just read and learn. There's a whole heap of books in there and stuff like that as well. So yeah, just massive amounts of value you can get away with from that. And then also probably the most important thing is the Market Mastery 3 section of the course. So if you do the Market Mastery course, you're going to have access to this area. So there's a chat specifically, for the Market Mastery group. And then there's an area for posting all your homework and stuff like that. And there's a section for homework tasks as well. Okay, so that is the main part of the Discord in our community. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you stick around till the end of the webinar because there is a special offer at the end. Okay, so just some results. Morty, one of the boys, students, he did our Market Mastery 3 course, and he just sent this through the other day and basically just said, "Hi boys, this is just a quick note of appreciation. Been working really hard over the last few weeks and the market and getting stopped out a lot as I refine my entries for the first time since getting back at it. I am in profit on trading, have always been okay at the old hodl game, and have enough cycles to have a trading base, but I really wanted to make this cycle count." So he just did our recent course, which was only finished a couple of months ago. And I couldn't have done it without your training and encouragements with my many stupid questions. Thanks so much. And, he's in a couple of really nice trades here, $2,000 there, $2,100, $1,100, and then $500 profit on BTC, NIA, and Sol, which were all coins that I had posted about as well, and obviously gave him the idea to take similar trades. So then we have one from Trav as well, which was, not long ago on the 17th of the 5th. And you said, "Yo, lads, just wanted to take some time to thank all the guys, make this community such a great one. I don't always get the time to interact given how demanding my day job is. But anytime I jump in, there's a ton of really high level discussion, support, and laughs. This group and the Market Masters has been an instrumental part of me getting through the bear market, stacking skills, and getting me to the point where I consistently make profits, manage risk, and overall feel confident that I'm on the right path to my goal of doing this full time. Thanks again, gents. I appreciate all you do." And then he just tagged us and said the rest of the crew as well. So just a few little student stories. So what do you think so far? Was this time well spent? Did you learn anything so far? Have you found it valuable? Can you see how massive of an opportunity this is for us with crypto? Sorry for a little bit of sales marketing cheese, but I think it's important to highlight that the opportunity we have, Donald Trump just came out, yesterday and was talking about how he is going to make the US the cornerstone for Bitcoin and crypto development and growth for the foreseeable future if he becomes the president. It's a massive, massive shift that we've seen from the regulatory bodies just approving Ethereum ETF the other day, and the shifts that we're seeing also in the Democratic Party as well towards crypto, because they're being forced to, because now the Republican Party are becoming a lot more favorable towards crypto. But I don't want to get into politics here, but that's basically a really good sign that we're going to have a lot more green lights from the regulatory body that's been actively fighting against the industry, trying to suppress it as much as possible. Now the voter base, there's 50 million account holders of crypto in the US right now. That's a massive percentage of the population that are going to vote, because people vote mainly based on economic conditions and things like that. There's obviously other things as well, but it's a big motivator for people. So it's a big voter base now and has a lot of power. So it's going to make our life a lot easier. So back on topic, that opportunity, with the Bitcoin ETFs and everything like that, now this asset class is becoming a mainstream asset class now. And, there's a lot of people saying this could potentially be a super cycle, whatever. There's a whole section on our course in that I take you guys through everything and explain, how we track the cycles and how, we look at the different parts of, the 4-year cycle and break it down to if we should be buying or we should be selling. And just a crazy little thing, you can go back and check if you want to look on the chart. The last 2 cycles are actually 35 months up exactly, and then 12 months down. So 47 months apart from bottom to bottom for both cycles. So, potentially we continue on that same path. Who knows if it's 100% going to happen or not, but we have to expect. So that gives us until usually the end of 2025, maybe early 2026 for the rest of this cycle to play out. And that's really the last stage of the cycle. Raoul Pal calls it the banana zone, where everything just starts to go nuts. And if we look at the stock market right now, it's pushing new all-time highs. Gold is pushing new all-time highs. The NASDAQ's pushing new all-time highs as well. Crypto is basically sitting on previous all-time highs. Last cycle, after we broke all-time high from 20K, we pushed basically another 350%. So, we're getting to that stage now where it's like the massive point of opportunity for the part of this 4-year cycle where you can make crazy outsized returns in a short amount of time. But you have to know when to sell the top guys. You have to know when to get out of the crypto markets back into Australian dollars, back into US dollars, so you can hold on to that capital while the market crashes for the bear market, and then we can reinvest and buy the bottom during accumulation, which is what you guys saw with my trading partner, Chris, gave everybody examples of just before at the range lows during the accumulation, right, at 16K. All right, so introducing Market Masters 3. What is in the course? So everything you need to learn. We've actually broken it up into 3 different parts, right? So we have a beginner section, which anybody should be able to understand this stuff, right? And that gives you the basic fundamentals every person, I think, on the planet should know if you want to be a trader or not. If you just want to learn and understand how markets and the economy works, you need to understand this sort of stuff, probably to week 4 until we go through the economic stuff. So the first 3 weeks, and then week 4, session 1, you need to do that sort of stuff, right? Everybody should have that knowledge, right? Then the intermediate stage, probably people who have a little bit more experience, want to level up their game, become a little bit more adept at trading, be able to nail those entries a little bit better, nail those swings, sell at the right time. That's sort of like what you're going to learn in the intermediate section. Then in advanced section, which is week 7, 8, and ultimately week 9 as well. This is where we get into the advanced, really high level stuff where we do deep dives into the really low time frame type trading setups. We'll go deep into order flow, and that gives us the ability to really nail those entries on the 5-minute time frame and be able to roll those into the higher time frame charts. And that's where you make the big money, basically. You hear about all these people, made this one trade that changed their life. Like, that's how you do it. You nail the low time frame entry, and then you roll that into a high time frame swing. And in the course, actually, I did that a couple of times while we were recording the course, because it took us 2.5 months to get through recording the course. And I actually give examples of a trade. It was just ridiculous trade, to be honest. Ended up netting me about 120 something, which is 120% of my trading account, basically. So doubled the trading account off just one trade. And I give examples and posts of that live on Twitter. Yeah, and you can see the back end of my account as well. So anyway, apart from that, probably the most important other thing I think everybody really needs to learn is the macroeconomic stuff, which will probably blow your mind when you realize how that macroeconomic conditions that are set by the Federal Reserve affects the charts, affects the prices of all assets all around the world, from the price of crypto stocks to just the housing market as well. So let's jump in quickly, and I'm just going to show you the back end of our website. So this is it here. So when you log into your website, you'll be able to click up here. So you'll have a membership when you sign up, and you click on MM3 course. That's going to take you to this page here. And then it has all the topics. So week 1, session 1 is introduction to basics, right? Then we start to get a little bit more advanced. Week 3, session 1, we start going into things like the Fibonacci, macro fibs, swing failure patterns, pivots, and the 60-day cycles and all that sort of stuff. We go have a whole section on altcoin trading, Bitcoin halving cycles, right? Then we go into the more advanced topics and intermediate, which is like naked price action, smart money concepts. We go through Wyckoff theory, which is one of the core fundamentals of my trading. That's week 5, session 1. Then we start to go into the more advanced stuff with volume profile, long-term VWAP, which is another key fundamental of my trading. Then we have exit strategies, and also we cover the Thomas DeMark 9s, which is one of the major things I use just to pick this local low. Just recently, the other day, I'm going to show you guys a video of me explaining why I think that's going to be the bottom, and it ended up being the actual bottom, right? And then it sort of gets more advanced as we go through the sessions. Okay, and then we have all the slides and everything like that in there as well. Okay, so yeah, that is the course content there that you're going to learn. So yeah, to be honest, guys, it's pretty freaking epic course. Definitely the best thing I've ever produced in my lifetime in terms of any product quality that I've produced, any of the business I've been involved in, and definitely market mastery business. This is the best quality course with the most high quality information that can really impact your trading and take your game to a whole complete other level, like it has for my trading over the last couple of years. All right. So it's a step-by-step home study course, right? So basically it's a full step-by-step video training that's pre-recorded. So you can go through that in your own time. You can go through as quickly as you want or as slowly as you want. You can skip sections if it's too basic for you and you just want to get into the advanced stuff. That's totally fine as well. If you don't want to do the advanced stuff yet, I would recommend, do the basic stuff, do the intermediate stuff as far as you can go where you still understand it. If you start and being like, wow, this is too complicated, that's totally fine. Just focus on your trading, focus on the stuff that you're doing at the moment, get in the Discord community, talk with people, learn. You're just going to just being in that community, so many good traders in there, you just, you surround yourself with greatness, right? At the end of the day, you're going to become the 5 people that you spend the most time with. If you're spending a lot of time with all of us in the Discord community, we're going to be one of those 5 people you're spending that most time with. And we're going to start to rub off on the way you think, the way you view the markets. And then you can learn, and then you can go back and study, go into the more advanced parts of the course again, and they're going to make more sense, right? All right. So yeah, we've already been through the community. It's an epic community, and you're going to get access to that as well. So what else are you getting inside of the program? So you get step-by-step home study course, right, which is what I just took you through. You're going to get Market Masters community, which is our Discord group where you can ask questions, get them answered, validate your ideas, learn from the community of people already experts. You're also going to get a VIP concierge, so you never get stuck. So that's somebody on email that you can talk to if you have issues with anything, and they'll look after you. And then, the next part is our Market Masters indicator suite, which creates this wave-like structure on your chart, which we can just see here. The gray box is part of the indicator. And basically, the way it works is like a moving average and a standard deviation, but it's the most key points on the chart. This is our long-term VWAP aggregated from all the information from all the exchanges put into this indicator. So it gives you the correct levels. And you can see here that gave us an amazing entry off the low here, right? Gave us an amazing exit up here, right? So the band, the blue line through the middle is the main thing you want to be looking at, and then the band either side of that, and then that becomes the next bracket we can see across here for the next period. So this is a full year down here, and then we can see that we have the previous bracket, which is the square box, and then the yellow line through the middle. It's a bit hard to see on the screen there, but there's a yellow line through the middle, which is usually an important level to watch as well. But this value area high up here was the most important level we were looking for, that to break. And then that would then take us through the start of the really impulsive part of the bull run. And we can see when we finally broke through that previous year's value area high after rejecting off it once, twice, 3, 4 times, we finally broke through that value area high. And that was when the bull market for Bitcoin really ignited out of the accumulation ranges. Okay. Right. So we can see here, this is the previous cycle. So this is 2020, just before Bitcoin really took off into its main part of its bull run in 2020, post-COVID. So a really nice sell signal here. Basically gave us the very bottom of the COVID dump right here as well with the value area low. Then, 2 nice sell signals right at the value area high here. Then we broke out of the previous year value area high, come back, bounce off the top there. You got about 3, 4 signals just in this area here for a buy. Then you got a buy entry there as well. And we finally bounced off it and then took off into the main part of the bull run. And Bitcoin ran from $10,000 here up to pretty much 69,000. So it's over a 600% move from the entry that this our indicator set gave you here. And those, you can't argue when you see this, this is just cold hard facts. You can't argue with the precision of the levels that this gives you, because at the end of the day, guys, this is a very high level tool set that we're using here that, normal people don't have access to this sort of stuff. This is realistically, this is a very high level Wall Street trading indicator suite that we're using here. So, normal retail traders don't usually get access to stuff like this. It's becoming more and more popularized as people are leaving institutions and, they're going out there and teaching more and more people. And so, yeah, now we have access to this sort of stuff and it's becoming a little bit more mainstream, but still you can see the level of the quality of these entries. So probably the most important thing that this tool gives us, it gives us a compass to understand the structure of where the market's going. When we take out key levels on our long-term VWAP system, then it tells us that, okay, the market's getting ready to move up. So we can see here that we're oscillating, going sideways inside our value area. And then we get a rejection off the blue line, which is the VWAP. It's the main level that we look for. And then either side is a standard deviation of that VWAP, right? So then we're looking for, okay, we're underneath the value area. That means, we're bearish. We're looking for sells. We're not expecting anything crazy to be happening. But once we reclaim the range low here, guys, which we can see here, and we come back down and we test it, then we get our nice bullish pin bar entry candle, which is something I teach you guys how to identify. You can see my little green arrow there. That gives us the signal, hey, it's time to buy back into the market, because we're getting ready. Once we reclaim the value area low, we're getting ready to rotate around to the value area high. You can see that happened very quickly through here. And then we broke out the top of value area high, flipped the previous, you can see the yellow line through there, previous value VWAP of the previous quarter cycle. And we can see we flip that into support, bounce off it multiple times, and then we take off for a really big rally. So that was my entry signal down here. And I'll show you the profit that I made off that one trade. I bought about 4.5 Bitcoin at that position based on this entry trigger just here, right? And Bitcoin, the levels that we're sitting at about is about 70, 72K. It ticked over to about 200K profit on that trade. So, I can't make this stuff up. Maybe I could Photoshop the P&L, whatever. You don't have to believe me if you don't, but that is the entry trigger back there. And that is the result of that trade. And there's so many examples, one after another of, of this system working, right? I just gave you multiple through here. And then of this current cycle, right? So this entry on this point here, right? So this is the quarterly time frame. Then we have the yearly time frame once it breaks out of that level and pushes from there. That's why I made so much money off this trade. This trade entry was just back here at this candle, basically there. And it's just, molding all the different time frames into each other and understanding where we are, but using the compass that this gives me. Okay, we're reclaiming value area low. That's my line in the sand. That's my entry trigger, because I know the market's about to have a rotation into, to move into higher value and to start to push here. So bang, that gives me the confidence to load up in a decent sized position, and bang, now I'm up, most people, more than most people's yearly salary off one trade. Okay. So I don't want to gloat and be like, oh, I'm amazing because I made 200K for one trade. Be a wanker about it. Look, at the end of the day, guys, we can make really good money from doing this. Not everybody's going to be able to make that sort of money. Obviously, I built up to that. It's very psychologically stressful sometimes trading as well. You need to build up to be able to make those bigger trades and put more risk on. Because that obviously could have gone the other way as well. But, obviously with everything that I've been doing and understanding these markets and using our own tools that we created gives me a lot of confidence to be able to go in heavy on trades like that and then reap the rewards, right? Okay, so once people know and understand all these different things about the markets and the charts and stuff like that, the next thing that kills a lot of traders is they miss trades and they go, oh, if I had just been awake, or if I wasn't at work, and, I could have I definitely would have pulled the trigger and bought on that trade. So the thing is, you need to use alerts. Okay. So our main man, Slimy Green Moss, has created an amazing indicator, which you can have in your trading view, and runs on the 30-minute time frame, and it triggers when the market is having a very high probability of a reversal. It doesn't always mean it's going to be the top or the bottom on that exact candle. It does pick it a lot of the time, but a lot of the time it can give you that trigger, and then candle is the next couple of candles or something like that. So in the next 30 hours or 2 hours or something like that ends up being the reversal. But it's very, very accurate. And we have created a system so you can get the notifications directly to your phone when one of these triggers happen. So here's a good example here of the market coming down. We get that trigger here where it goes above our special line and certain parameters are hit. And we can set it up to bounce off all of our, give us specific entry triggers and ideas to come through to us when it's triggering on our long-term VWAPs, but then also when it's triggering off our churn bars indicator, which is based on, volume and a whole heap of other parameters being met at the same time. And it's sort of like, hey, now's the time to take take a look, right? And we can see that sort of all links up here, and we get the entry trigger on this point here, which is, our swing failure pattern, RSI divergence, and then the high volume bar kicking in here as well to give us, hey, time to pay attention. And then we have that rotation from being in a downtrend to an uptrend, and we make profit on that, right? So here is the indication here of, it triggering the alert, and then that alert pops up on your phone. You get a little ding, ding, ding. So you can go in and be like, hey, let's go and have a look. We're getting oversold alerts with the high volume bars coming in. And that sort of gives us the indication that we need to go and look. And we can see here we have the swing failure pattern in there as well, which is what we're looking at earlier on, if you remember, when Romps nailed the bottom. So all those things sort of come together. Here's an example of Romps posting in the Discord about one of the setups he was looking for, and then that's his result, $3,800 off that trade. Okay. Right, here's another example. This is just a little video that I made for the group. I'll let it play.
Crypto markets have dumped. There's widespread fear throughout the market, but Bitcoin is starting to show early signs of reversal. So let's go check it out.
So there's a few key things that we want to look at here. Firstly, that I'll bring to your attention is this little number 9. Now, we will notice that in previous times we have had the number 9 show up. It has been at key significant points in the market when it reverses. This is a buy and sell signal for one of our indicators, and we're getting that off a very key level, which is the developing yearly VWAP, which starts at the start of the year back here, and we can see this blue line. Now, this is a very important level that a lot of high-level traders will be looking to take buys on. So basically, I was just saying that this is a high probability at this point that the market is actually going to reverse from here and get a strong bounce. And then we're looking for that rotation. Remember, I was talking to you guys before about the blue line through the middle, which is our VWAP level. And we're looking at the developing yearly VWAP level here. And so then we're also getting one of our other indicator tools that we've developed, which is the TD9 indicator. And that gives us the green 9 entry trigger here off our key level. And then we're looking for that rotation bounce off that. Then I'm, go further in the video and I start to explain that I'm looking for a Morningstar reversal, which is this setup here. That, remember, that Morningstar, shooting star reversal, that's our price action setups. We're looking for those triggers of those price action candle stick patterns to play out, and that will give us the indication. And so this is just a little example here of what I was exactly looking for, that nice up bar candle there. And then here's me posting the same idea in our Facebook group, so you guys can sort of look at it there. Now let's go and have a look at the chart right now. So you can see here that this is the developing yearly VWAP level, that blue line we've been talking about, and this is our 9 reversal candle, right? And so these 9s, they give us a really strong indication that the market is about to reverse. We can see that, the same thing happened on the last consolidation. We got the 9 here, and then that pushed us up. We had a really nice run to this 9 here. Then we went sideways for a little bit, broke above the 9, and then that started the next run, which gave us a push, right? The next trigger of the next 9, and then that sort of put us into the range we're currently in, okay? So this 9 here is just a buy signal, right? And then we combine that with bouncing off the yearly VWAP, and then we're looking for, if we go back to our slide, we're looking for this Morningstar reversal setup, right? And then we can see here that that's exactly what we got. That was actually stronger than what I was looking for. I was looking for just this close above the top of this candle here, which is extremely strong. It actually lined up really nicely with a whole heap of fundamental factors that happened with monetary policy shifts, because we had an FOMC event, then we had a CPI event, and a whole heap of different things going on. And it happened to help us get a really nice push through here, right? I think this one was actually the jobs numbers that came out the next day after FOMC. So FOMC was actually the bottom, and then the jobs numbers came out to sort of confirm what we sort of heard in FOMC, and the market was like, okay, we're about to shift here. So in the course, I teach you how to read and understand all that sort of stuff on the macroeconomic stuff, and then combine that in with what we're getting from the charts to be able to make really high quality trading decisions. So I actually bought a whole heap of Bitcoin down the bottom here and nailed this entry right off the VWAP. And then, we had that really nice pullback into our order block, and then rallied from there, rotated around into the range high, which in the rest of these videos is basically exactly what I said we were looking for, right? So just to show you guys once again, it wasn't just the all-time highs that we picked at the top in 2021 or the lows that we picked at the bottom of this market cycle. We're picking and nailing the bottoms of the pullbacks consistently throughout this entire year. For my own trading and then also for the rest of the communities and everybody else, is hanging around. So like I post all this sort of stuff so you guys can learn as well. And then you can sort of make your own decisions, right? What we do, we're not like a signal service or anything like that. Like I post my ideas and then you guys can decide what you want to do with that. But I'm not going to post, hey, buy here, sell here type thing. I'm just going to post my ideas. This is what we're looking for. These are the setups I'm looking for. I'm, taking entry here, whatever. And then with everything else that we give you in the course, that's enough for you guys to make your own trading decisions because you want to be in a position where you're not waiting for me to post, hey, I'm buying here. And then you're, oh, quick, I better go buy. Oh, and then you have to wait for me to sell. You're never going to make money like that. Guys, you have to be able to make your own trading decisions for yourself. You can get ideas from me, but ultimately we want to get you to a point where you're independent of us and you can do it all yourself. And you can read the chart, you can watch macro economic events like FOMC, CPI events and stuff like that. You can watch the unemployment data come in and make your own trading decisions, understand how that's going to affect the markets, right? That's how if you want to become independently financially free, fire your boss, become a multi-millionaire, have all the, those nice fun things, lifestyle, etc. That's the level that you need to get to. And you can get to if you study our course and pay attention to our Discord and watch all the FOMC updates. But yeah, that's enough ranting. Let's get back to the slideshow. So what you're going to get inside the program, right? So you're going to get step-by-step home study course, Market Masters community, 1 year unlimited access to our VIP concierge via email, going to help you out so you never get stuck on anything. You're going to get the access to the indicator suite, which is all those things I just took you through there, the long-term VWAPs, the alerts off the churn bars, the RSI divergences, and obviously, the long-term VWAPs and everything like that as well. So you're going to have all that full indicator suite, the TD indicators, which is like the little 9 signals that we were getting as well. So that's going to basically set you up with everything you need to make your chart look really nice and clean so you can understand the key areas you want to be buying, key areas that you want to be selling. Okay. All right. So we've got a special webinar only price for you guys. If you try and buy the course online, it's going to be $3,997, basically $4,000. But if you're keen to get started today, you will have access to the webinar only price, right? And that is for the Market Mastery 3 trading course, gives you lifetime access to everything in the website, all of our course content, premium community access for free. You're going to get that with the course for 3 months. You're going to get premium indicator access for free for 3 months as well. You're going to get unlimited VIP concierge. So any questions or anything like that you have, any places you get stuck, you're going to have them to be able to contact for 12 months. And you're also going to be able to come to the 2024-25 Crypto VIP Summit that we're going to hold as well. So this comes down to being only 2,300 USD, or you can also get access to payment system if you do need that for 3 payments of $8.99. But you're much better off, if you got the cash, guys, you want to take this seriously, just go the 2,300. Like if you're going to be a trader, you gotta be able to put your balls on the line and take action when that is warranted, to take action at the right time, right? Okay, so that's it. Basically, you're going to get 90-day money back guarantee as well. So after the 90 days in the program, you will be able to obtain 100% money back guarantee refund on your course fees if you're not satisfied with the program and we provided you. All you have to do is study the course material and go through the program, stay active in our community and support. And the other thing you have to do as well is you have to fill out your trading journal. You have to have done at least 100 trades and fill out all of those trades. Because I can promise you, if you study and you go through all of the content in the program, and then you actually take 100+ trades and do your trading journal, which is something that we give you guys access to as well, and you fill in all of that and you have us review it for you, there's no way you're going to be able to want your money back because you'll have learned so much and be completely blown away. So basically, do the freaking work. And if you do all the work and you do all the trading and everything like that, and you still want your money back, we'll give you cash back. But I haven't had anybody ask for a refund to date. So yeah, basically do the work and you'll get the results. Okay, so Market Master's secret sauce to success. Don't take our word for it. Here's what our members have to say. So Assos, who's one of the guys that's been in the group for a little bit, he basically said, after spending a substantial sum on multiple courses and trading communities, I was initially cautious about joining yet another one. Nevertheless, after closely examining DAX's insights and gaining value from the complimentary trading videos, which is a free course that we did a while ago last year, he said, I made the decision to register for the Complete Market Mastery 3 course and join the associated Discord group, which is where he's posting his testimonial, actually. These courses offer comprehensive beginner-friendly education covering basic to advanced concepts in all aspects of trading. It serves as an extensive resource, and being a member of this community gives a sense of belonging to supportive family, thanks to contributions, Critty, Romps, and the rest of the crew. Because it's not just me, it's a whole group of us. Gary also giving us some praises, saying that he's loving the course, really amazing content tools, courses, and created a Discord community that has a sharp, funny, and helpful vibe. The content is up there with the best and have all been really responsive in all their support too, 10 out of 10. So yeah, don't take my word from it. That is, from people inside our community. You can jump into our Discord group as well, into, the public area, not the main part. You can jump into the public area and have a look and, read all those testimonials and see what people have to say about us. So yeah, that's it, guys. This is to the today webinar only price that we're giving you to be offered at 2,300 USD. So if everything I've taken through to you, if you've learned some really cool stuff, if you want to up your game and learn how I'm nailing these bottoms like that trade the other day, we're going to have so many more opportunities to hit really epic, absolute bare bones bottom of dips like that consistently over the rest of, this cycle. If you want to be able to follow our trades and talk to us and, learn from us, and not just me, the other guys in the team as well, and just, all our students have been really successful over the years as well. If I had this sort of support when I was first getting started, guys, I would have, cut down the time to become, a made it level trader, becoming financially free, breaking away from, having to work a job and all that sort of stuff in a lot shorter amount of time. Because yeah, the content that's in this course, is definitely the best work I've ever done. It will really level up your trading in quite a short amount of time compared to if you just had to learn and go through the grind by yourself, blowing accounts, testing and measuring things out. We give you everything that you need to know, and then you got the support to double check with us in the group as well. But I don't want to sit here and give you guys the big sales pitch or whatever. If you've got value out of what I've run you through today, the price is there, so jump on board and I'll see you in the community. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you inside.
Hey guys, jumping on to give a shout out to the Market Mastery team for the Market Mastery 3 course. I did it over the Christmas break and I've been back over again a few times and really just pick up something new every time I rewatch the videos. Kyle and the team are just fantastic guys, highly trustworthy and really worth putting in the time and effort to take your trading to the next level.
Hey guys, Jake here from regional Victoria, Australia. Just want to jump on here and give a shout out to the Market Mastery 3 course, as well as the Market Masters Discord and the Indicator Suite. Been in crypto since 2017, and I guess for many years I've blindly guessed my way through the markets. I kind of felt like I had a blindfold on and throwing a dart around the room, trying to guess my way into being a profitable trader. Anyway, in recent times, I knew I wanted to sort of quit my corporate job and take it a lot more serious and become almost a day trader or a serious investor. And so I took on the Market Mastery 3 course, and I can say now that I've finished that and I've reviewed it a couple of times, it's absolutely gold. I actually quit my corporate job 3 weeks ago and have basically become a almost a part-time, full-time trader.
Hey guys, my name is Kit and I'm from Alice Springs. I've been involved in crypto since 2017, 2018 with some good success and some not such good success. Prior to this, I had no trading experience at all. I've now completed MM3 and I'd really like to give a testimonial to how good this course really is.
I did the Market Mastery 2 course at the end of the cycle last time and really regretted that I hadn't done it earlier, that it would have helped a lot of my exit positions and I would have finished the cycle a lot stronger. I was fairly much a beginner throughout and just really have started to learn and pick up much more intermediate and advanced concepts. So thanks to the team. Look, you know, they are a great bunch of guys. They give you heaps of support. The Discord is worth its weight in gold. You can throw up any of your ideas and the team plus all the other more advanced traders can jump in and just give you some support and some advice and correction. So if you're sitting on the fence, don't wait till the cycle ends. Jump in now because it's going to help you in the long run. You know, you'll pay for it in just a few trades really, and just put in the time and effort and the work and you'll get it done. So join up, sign up, get on board.
Since doing the course, you know, some of the strategies you learn from Fibonacci's to DR strats to smart money concepts and just basic things like trading view and how to use it properly. It's completely changed my mindset, completely changed the way I trade, and as well it's given me the confidence to actually read the markets and hopefully make some good money out of it. So if you think about doing Market Mastery 3, couldn't recommend it enough. I think it's absolutely gold, and yeah, do it.
Since doing the Market Masters course, I've really come forward in my confidence of where to find entries and actually take profits along the way. The crypto market is a really great opportunity if you're prepared to invest in yourself and put in the work to learn how to use the tools that are available, and then using those tools to be able to execute solid trades with a good risk management plan and knowing where you should enter, where you should put your stop loss, and most importantly, where you should start to take profits.
The other thing is as well, is if you're looking for a really good community of people to get around you, as well as to rub shoulders with, ask questions, learn from. I've been in the Market Masters Discord group since 2018, and that community would have to be the best in the space.
If you're new to crypto or have been sitting on the fence wondering how to get started, my advice to anybody would be the first investment is to invest in yourself. Invest in education that teaches you how not to lose money or how to protect the capital that you are starting with. MM3 will do this. It will teach you the basics all the way through to very advanced concepts. There really is a lifetime's worth of information there. I don't think I will ever stop learning with the information that I've got from this course.
The guys over there are awesome, loving the bits. You know, I've learnt so much. They've probably saved me thousands and thousands of dollars over the years from making bad decisions, but also they're just so good, and you've got such a diverse group of all different trading types and investor types, and yeah, jump in there. And then the final thing as well is the indicator suite that the guys have produced in Slimy Green. It's absolutely, yeah, it's unreal. It gives you an upper edge on the markets, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Just want to say thanks to the team over there. They're awesome. I think what you guys are doing is great, and keep up the good work.
There really is no time like the present. If you've been sitting on the fence, do it. Get on the course, start learning, educate yourself, and change your life with the information that these guys are offering to you for an incredibly good value that will, if you apply yourself, be a game changer. Good luck and get on with it.